Hello traders, Gary Wagner here for Trending Markets. About noon in Honolulu, dinner time in New York on Friday. Happy Aloha Friday, November 20th, 2015. And we have a Dow Jones Industrial Average that after a quiet day today, a consolidating day yesterday, we have the market back into rally mode. Dow Jones Industrial Average trading up about 91 points, a 0.5% gain. Nice gain on the day at 17,823 as we do go back towards the record highs that we have seen in the market prior to the August meltdown. Now, we did have some dollar strength come into the market, trading up over a 0.5% higher, 0.64 at 99.62. Of course, that puts it right up to a potential resistance point. We'll have to see how the market reacts. My sense is that we'll probably break through this 100-point dollar index. You can see that we touched very, very close on the highs today, but we didn't have any time in which the market went through that particular price point. We'll have to see how that reacts come Monday. And before we look at our current trade, which is the Standard & Poor's, we'll take a quick look at oil. Oil continues to dropping lightly today, down about 1/3%, down 15 cents per barrel, but we are getting close to breaking below 40.39. In fact, when you look at the low today, 38.99, you can see that there was a time that oil was under pretty dramatic pressure throughout the day. That would be this low right in here. And so when we take a look at that, you can see tremendous pressure in oil. And that takes us to our current trade, of course, which is the Standard & Poor's 500. That closing up about just under a 0.5%, but we saw a nice gain, a nice 9-point gain. Of course, we're in much lower than this. We're in at 2023, markets at 2088. We've moved our stops up. We're going to keep our stop where it is, but we will move it on Monday. So just to take a look at what we're looking at and where we'll look to move our stops. Of course, we entered the trade. It's been a pretty quick trade, but we saw such a dramatic move up in the market because we got in roughly at 23. We got in on, this is our daily chart. We got in roughly at this point here. We rode the market up throughout that day. On the following day, of course, we saw the market really consolidate. And then that following day, this being Wednesday, we saw a dramatic spike in the market. And that to me was so essential because it moved it up above the 200-day moving average, which is sitting at 59. Yesterday, we had quite a consolidating candle, and we talked about the fact that it could be signaling dojis are typically a point of either consolidation or key reversal. And my sense of is what we were looking at was simply consolidation. That's exactly what we saw. And now we've got the market moving higher on the day as it comes into hit the most recent tops that we hit, not the record tops, but the most recent tops we hit at 2109. Those are these tops right in here. Now, in terms of what I would look for, in terms of a place to actually move our stop, we have to obviously look at the most important point, which is this 200-day moving average. Now, that is currently sitting at 2059. We have our stops right in this area, 45, because we placed them really right at these lows that we saw a couple of days ago, and that's what we based it upon. That's why we currently have our stop at 2045. For traders that want to move it up effectively, you can move it to 58, 2058, and I think that that will be a pretty safe place because we could see some volatility come in, and if we do, it should hold the 200-day moving average. To me, that's what the most important point is. And so either Sunday afternoon here in Hawaii, which will be the beginning of the trading week, of course, overseas in Europe, as we get an indication of what's going to transpire as it opens up in New York Monday morning, you can look to move your stop just below this 200-day moving average because my sense is that that is essential that that holds, especially if we're going to continue in this upward track. We've got a tremendous trade underway right now with, over 60 points on the trade. So that's a beautiful trade that we've got working. I want to hold as much equity because it's paper equity until we offset the trade. And right now, if the market, came down dramatically. We don't have a stop until 45. So we definitely want to tighten that up a little bit, but not so tight that we don't really account for any kind of intra-week volatility, so to speak. But this market has really moved quite eloquently to the upside, and we've been able to capture really the majority of that move up till now. I'm very satisfied with the trade. Maintain your current long position. Traders, you can go ahead and move it to 58.20, 58 if you want to. We're going to move it there anyways on Sunday or Monday, but it's always a good idea to trail a stop up. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We certainly got that this week. We'll talk to you on Monday for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.